Yo,
what up, man?
Who that?
You? It's Hard Will. Back like 2/5, man. It's your boy Hard Will.
What?
You alright, man?
Alright, what's up?
Yo, get up, man.
Okay.
Yo, get up, man. I got some money for you, man. I got this phone.
The
KT
phone?
Wireless.
KT Wireless?
T-Mobile, man. We on here with some bread. We going to the Knicks game. We back like 2/5.
That's Hard Will?
Yeah, let's go.
For the love of the game?
Yeah, let's go.
Boy, I never stop loving you, boy. We back.
We back, baby.
Thank you, man.
Let's go.
I'm right,
Let's
man.
go.
It's a jolly time of the year, right before the new year. Ain't no other squad better on this day than the Knicks. We back. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting. 12 noon, we back 12 in the 2/5. Biggest tree in the world filled with presents. Little kids, they checking off their wish list. Ho, 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 we celebrating this Christmas. Jingle bell, first game playing in the garden. Tell Santa we got the whole league watching. Right before we celebrate the new year. James Dolan crossing with the reindeers. Parking decks, they filled with no room garage. When it comes to the flow, this here's eggnog. Best believe your boy, yeah, I'm on my job. Celebrate your Christmas with the Knicks squad. The best place in the world, that bag stay shopping. I AD my wrist so you can keep watching. Shopping sprees all over, this is Times Square. Then it's back to the game at Madison Square. Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Back on Christmas, J Boogie predicted this. You can't say St. Nicholas without Nick in it. The Knicks on Christmas should be ubiquitous. So shout out if you've been with us, sitting through the interim. Feels like we meant to win. Now we got the kids with us. Potential is limitless. Gifts go down the chimney. Try to put the Grinch on me. Pinch me, but I'm not dreaming. It's a new reality. New York is in the top seating. Seasons, greetings, Eastern Conference. Defense, the Gardens rocking. Best fans in the game. We don't do the home away split. Catch me at the Staples, baby. I make the sleigh live. 8 gifts pulling up in the Cambridgers. About to lace the garden with a pack of Frankincense and myrrh. Can't resist the urge. Knicks set new squad. Time to burn the competition sitting by the U-Law.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
Something wrong with your TV screen. If that orange and blue ain't playing on that red and that green. Favorite players, yeah, but Knicks stay forever the team. Shout out the upstairs, trying to play chess with the team going forward. They're making sure the squad is in order. They know we hated on by all opposing reporters. It's torture. New Yorkers, we built for fourth quarters. Show up to the court or prepare for a slaughter. They wanna hate on the Knicks, tell me what that's doing. Get that stuff out of here, shout out to Pat Ewing. 12 noon jump ball, just know we enemies. We trying to bring home the gold back from the 70s. Oh yeah, we back on Christmas, oh no, can it be? Only us Knicks fans know the whole New York energy. If you ain't know what type of tension this is, Knicks Nation, we'll see y'all on Christmas.
Best time of the year, they say it's Christmas. Little kids can't wait to see it's Christmas. New clothes, new toys, mean it's Christmas. You see the Knicks, we back, we on Christmas. It's so pretty when you can see the snowfall. That red nose, tell them that it's Rudolph. Chestnuts roasting, the Knicks stay roasting. Tell the whole league we hosting.
What's going on, everybody? Shout out to all y'all. Salute. Hope y'all doing well. Thank y'all for tuning in, showing love to the show. As always, supporting. Please smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Definitely thank y'all for being here and rocking. We here again, y'all. We here again. Knicks are streaking. We starting to win some games, starting to get back to the regularly scheduled programming, I like to say. You know what I mean? Like, this is the time. This is what we've been asking for. We've been waiting for this. We finally look like we're turning the corner. OG has been struggling lately. He started to get it going tonight. You know what I mean? They gave some love to Precious. Mikal is still cooking. Jalen had an off night. But we still doing great things out here. Cat is playing great. You know, the bench mob is starting to come together. We got Landry, Shamet back in the building. We got some really good things to be happy about. You know what I mean? This ain't Thanksgiving, but it feels like we should be thankful for some things that are starting to come together. Anyway, I don't want to keep you guys waiting any much longer. You know, we got a really good show tonight. We've got the objective Knick fan in the building. You know, we already have this certain level of camaraderie that we like to chop it up. And so I'm looking forward to having more dynamic, fun, exciting conversations with him. So anyway, without further ado, guys, let's get it going. You know, as you guys can see, I'm here holding it down. This is the holiday time, so there's no John, there's no Jose, but they'll be here, you know, watching from wherever they're at. Let's go.
Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, new team, it's the same dream. New Knicks City uniform, they stay clean. I just caught mine off of Fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air, we back at it.
Let's go, baby. We here. We rocking. We rocking. We rocking. And I got my soundboard today because we're not on vMix on. Usually we on vMix on Mondays, but today we on StreamYard, so I could rock out with the sounds, baby. Let's go. Oh, hey. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, man, what's going on? We in the building. Shout out to everybody. I am up here with none other than the objective Knick fan himself. How you doing, my brother? How's everything?
First off, man, thanks for having me again. It's always a great time. I look forward to this conversation tonight. Man, the Knicks are back. It's a holiday. Yeah, man, it's a great time to be alive and be a Knicks fan. I'm just happy, Ron. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, it's always a good time. I'm always excited to be able to talk Knick basketball, and then to be able to talk Knick basketball with like-minded individuals makes it even better. You know what I mean? So salute to you, my brother. I'm glad we could do this again, and hopefully, you know, we could do more of this in the future. And I keep it going, keep it flowing. I always say, keep flowing, keep growing. Let's go. So, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all having a happy holidays. Hope y'all can take time off and enjoy your yourselves, enjoy your families and loved ones and stuff like that. You know, we all need a break, and this is the best time to do it. So hope you guys are all doing okay out there. Shout out to Crime's dad in the building. Salute. Crim's dad. See, you know what I mean? It's stuck in my head. Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Walter Blackman's in the building, and Crim's dad is a member of the SKF Army. You see the green, so you know, if y'all want to be like him, you know, please go out there and get that Still Knick Fans membership going. Yeah, appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Walter Blackman. He said, good evening, Ron. I'm on vacation until January 1st, 2025. Waiting on a great show. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Carrie Cox in the building. Salute, Carrie. Shout out to Lena Franklin in the building. Okay. She said, hey, guys, I'm happy the Westchester Knicks won the championship on my birthday yesterday, and I'm 26 years old. Happy birthday once again, Lena. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Well, you already got a nice present with Westchester doing the damn thing. Yeah, that's dope. Yes. Hey, Maxine Fiato is in the building. Let's go. And sorry, Lena, let's go. And it's always for the ladies. They always get the special.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
New York City salute to the ladies. New York City salute to Maxine. Let's go.
Always salute. Appreciate you. Shout out to my brother Anthony D in the building. What up, Anthony? Hope you're doing well. Listen, y'all, please, if y'all haven't checked out Anthony D with Uncle Freezy on the Blawrence Tears Network on Sundays, usually around 11:30, they do the old school Knicks, really dope talk. And, you know, might learn a thing or two that you might not be aware of. Some people were born different times. They don't know too much about the old school Knicks. That's a great springboard for conversation, man. They talk about everything old school. And, of course, they throw a little new school in there, too. Salute to you, Anthony. Hope you're doing well, brother. Shout out to Darlene Bryan in the building. Go, Darlene. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. We got Long Island Sound in the building. Salute. We got Knicks will be 2025-26 champs in the building. Salute. What's going on? Hey, and thank you for being an SKF member. Appreciate you. We got Travel Vibes in the building. Happy holidays to you, sir. Appreciate you. Nick Yak is here. What up, Nick Yak? Said the
Nick
Pain
Yak.
OG game. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I mean, because everybody's still, they're waiting for Shamet to get busy so they can run with that champagne. You know how they can't wait.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, the champagne we popping. Shout out to Wacko in Brooklyn. Appreciate you. What's going on? Holla at your boy. HRM, the great is in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for being a part of the SKF Army. Salute. We got Q Burrow, Mad Thorough in the building. What up, Q Burrow? Appreciate you, my brother. Salute. Just Knicks is here. What's going on, Just Knicks? Thank you for being a part of the SKF Army. Salute to you. We got Old Head in the building. Salute, Old Head. We got Coach in the building. What up, Coach?
Oh, yes.
Coach Sire 617 is here. Salute to you, my brother. Brooklyn Knicks fan is here. Salute, Brooklyn. Appreciate you. And we got Billy Gold in the building. Salute, Billy. And obviously also those who may be tuned in that aren't in the chat, because not everybody likes to get their chat on. I get it. I understand. Salute to y'all. Shout out to Pierre Moise, another member of the SKF Army in the building. Salute, Pierre. And we also got Randu in the building. What up, Randu? Salute, my brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I see it, Brooklyn Knicks. I know. We're going to talk about it. Macau, 41 minutes is unnecessary with Shamet on the bench. I hear you, bro. You know it was coming.
Yep.
Yeah. And shout out to George Jones in the building. What up, George? Gideon Amanqua. What up, G Money? Appreciate you. And we got L Damn It in the building. Let's go. L, appreciate you. All right. The show is popping already, folks. Thank you guys for coming in here, showing love. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in on YouTube, X, and on Facebook. Appreciate all y'all. Smash that like button if you haven't already done so, and please subscribe if you are not subscribed. All right. So, that being said, and also, guys, if you haven't checked out the Objective Knicks Fan, I don't know what you're waiting for. I already told you multiple times. He's got great content. Please show him some love on YouTube. Go show him some love. And he had a show earlier today. So you know what we like to say, replay gang. So if you haven't checked that out, please give that a holla. Show him some love, man. Put a comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You know what I mean? I never steer y'all wrong. I'm not one of those, I've recommended a lot of different people since I've been doing this. And I'm not going to just tell you, hey, go holler at my cousin. He's doing something. No.
Right.
Anyway, shout out to everybody. Oh, shout out to Blaze Brown in the building. What up? Happy holidays to you, my brother. All right, man. So I know you guys are already on your mind. You got tonight's game fresh off. It's right there. We are going to get to that in a little bit. But just wanted to talk about the previous games this week. There's only 2 games to talk about before we get to tonight's game. So just want to talk about those real quick, and then we'll get into tonight's game. And that'll be the main part of the show and Nick Future stuff. So first off, man, the Knicks started this week playing what most people had circled on their calendar, a game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. A chance for Karl Anthony Towns to play his old team, a chance for a healthy Julius Randle to be able to play against his old team. So we were definitely looking forward to it. And it didn't disappoint to start off, but things change quickly. So yeah, in this game, New York Knicks defeat. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to put. I think I added the 2 was supposed to be gone. Anyway, it's supposed to be New York Knicks defeat the Minnesota Timberwolves 133-107. You guys get the idea. My bad. Typos. Anyway, yeah, 133-107. This was a laugher. Some might say it was never really. I mean, you can't say it was never really close because the first quarter actually looked like we had a game. Yeah. Julius Randle came out hot, on fire, guns blazing. Let's see. Let me just bring up what the point total was looking like for a second, and then we'll get into actual breakdown of the game itself. Let's see. This was here. Boom. Let me share that with y'all real quick.
Salute the on Dios in the chat.
Hey, our brother on Dios. Salute. Okay, here we go. Well, let's start with Minnesota, what they was looking like. So let's see. Okay. Let me see if I can blow that up, make it a little. I mean, y'all don't really need to see this is old news, but you know what I mean. Just there might be some people out there that didn't really take a look at the box score. All right, there. Okay, so it started off like Julius Randle was on fire. He was cooking. I mean, he scored 21 points in the first half, finished with 24. So I'll let y'all tell your own story what happened after that. But he had 24 points on the night, 8 of 17 shooting. 5 rebounds, which is uncharacteristic of Julius. And actually all season, it's been uncharacteristic on the rebounding side for him. He had 3 assists, 5 turnovers. That looked familiar. But it started off really interesting and it didn't finish the way you would think. Jaden McDaniels had 8, Anthony Edwards had 17, Nicole Alexander-Walker had 12, Dante DiVincenzo actually had a good game. Now, you guys might look at that like, oh, that's 15 points. That's decent. But Dante has been struggling. So him having 15 points was actually a really good game for him. So he had 15, 6 rebounds and 3 assists on 5 of 9 shooting from the field and 3 of 6 from 3. So that was good for him. Josh Minot. Minot. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
I think it's Minot or something.
Minot.
Yeah.
Maybe. Minot. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
He had 11 points for Minnesota. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what they did. And the Knicks were firing on all cylinders on their end. OG didn't have a great game. He was the one, he wasn't bad because he was fantastic on defense, but on offense, he kind of struggled a little bit once again. But he didn't even take a lot of shots, only 8 shots. He had 9 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. But the keys were Precious Achiuwa, 13 points, 10 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Karl Anthony Towns, a remarkable game, 32 points, 20 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. On 10 of 12 shooting, 5 of 5 from 3. I mean, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. He was on fire. Then you have Mikal Bridges, another good game, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal. And then you had Jalen Brunson, who didn't have the greatest game, but he only took 14 shots. He had 14 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. And then you had Miles McBride off the bench, chipping in solid points, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 steal. So, I mean, the steals actually is interesting. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys with steals for a total of 10 steals. Very nice from the Knicks. So yeah, man, what did you think about the Knicks versus Minnesota? I know I was on your show and you recently asked me, so I'll return the favor.
Yeah, no problem. Man, first off, this was the revenge game. Revenge of the former team and teammates.
Right.
And, it kind of failed to live up to the hype. And that's no fault to the Knicks because they came and they brought their A game like they should against the 4th ranked defense. I was a little worried about that coming into the game because Minnesota was holding teams to like 92 points, I believe, like 5 out of their last 7 opponents. So I was like, are they going to shut us down? You already know they were going to key in on Brunson and try to key in on Towns, but man, the Knicks offense once again proves that it doesn't matter what rank your defense is. If you're not going to bring your A game, they're going to blow you out of the water. The only reason why the first quarter went the way it did was because the Knicks had, I believe, 6 or 7 turnovers, right? Or maybe even more than that. So they were turning over once I seen that, I said, oh, all they got to do is protect the ball. Oh, this game is going to be, it's not going to be close by the time it gets to the 4th quarter because, and then Randle, he was, uncharacteristic. That's not how the Wolves play. Everything the Wolves typically do is off pick and roll. Pick and roll. Once I saw them going to Randle from the beginning, because I guess they wanted to get him going, former team, returning back to the Garden. I guess they wanted to get him going first, but he took it to a whole nother level. I mean, he was just taking every shot, and it sort of kind of took Ant-Man out of his rhythm. And Gobert was a non-factor. He had no points until the second half, and I think he had like 3 rebounds. So he didn't even get a chance to really get in the game. So Randle kind of shot the other guys out of the game, and that was the story. And then nobody else could really turn it on. And then Mikal Bridges has to get a big-time salute, too. I know OG, we're going to salute him for his defense on Randle. Definitely was part of the reason why Randle didn't really do much throughout the rest of the game. But Mikal, that Ant-Man defense was pretty impressive as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that defensively, this is one of their best showings. Not that Minnesota was a highly efficient team. I mean, they're in the bottom 10 of offensive rating. So it wasn't like, yeah, we're going up against the Celtics, but still, the Minnesota is a good team. They're kind of underperforming right now. I still was impressed. I take what I can get from these Knicks team because right now we're at a soft patch. So, but it still counts. That's what I was told. It still counts.
Facts. No, I mean, I think you nailed it. I mean, that's what it was. And this game was very impressive because, up until this point, for most recent games, Minnesota had one of the top defenses in the league over the last 10 games or whatever it's been. So they were definitely coming in, playing really well. And for the Knicks to do what they did in that game versus them it's a step in the right direction. It shows not only one, how powerful of an offense the Knicks offense can be, but it also shows, the Knicks dialed in and kind of locked in on defense. So this is kind of what you hope for from a championship contending team that Leon Rose has built. And, we've been talking about it for a while now, like, give it time, give it some patience, chemistry, continuity, all that stuff, all the C words. But, I really do feel like it's starting to take shape. I really do feel like now they're starting to get a little confidence. And I think they're also, it doesn't hurt that they understand that, hey, we had a couple good games where we played well, and then, oh, wait, hold on. Precious came back, and now we got Precious, and that feels good. Oh, wait, Shamet's back healthy? Oh, yeah. Mentally, even as a teammate, you start to hear, oh, guys are getting better. That helps you. It's like an inner confidence. So, yeah, I'm definitely digging what's going on, man. So shout out to the New York Knicks for taking care of business. We don't need to go back.
Also, real quick, I just want to correct my error. It was in Minnesota, not the Garden. I said in the Garden.
Oh, right. Yeah. It was in Minnesota.
Because I'm looking at the future schedule and I saw it in the Garden. Whatever.
I got you.
I'm just going to correct that.
Hey, man, listen, that's what we like having you up here, man. The accuracy.
Yes, you got to be accurate. Got to be accurate.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you. Shout out to the chat once again. We got Westchester Lester in the building, a member of the SKF Army. Salute to you, Westchester. JJ47K in the building. Salute to you. We see you. Kerry Cox is here. Salute, Kerry. And once again, as Objective was saying, shout out to Andios NYK in the building. And I can't give you the link to the Instagram because I'm signed out of my Instagram right now, and it takes a little minute for me to remember what my password was. So, but it's the same thing, Kerry. It's like Andios NYK on Instagram. So you should be able to find it if you just type in his name like that. You'll see it. Okay, I think that's everybody yeah. All right. Oh, shout out to Latoria B in the building. Go, Latoria. We are. Okay, you know where I was going. Anyway, what's going on? Good to see
Love
you.
The energy.
All right. So that was that game, right? So, feel a little good about ourselves. A really nice victory versus Minnesota. And, start pumping your chest out. But then you're like, okay, who we got next? Oh, New Orleans. New Orleans is one of the worst teams in the league. You know how that be going, guys. That's already trap game written all over it. But fortunately, and this is why I like to say, how my whole thing is about the Knicks. I don't care how they play when the shot is working. When the 3-point shot is working, I know they're gonna cook teams. It's when the shot ain't really quite there. You know what I mean? When guys are struggling a little. That's what I want to see, how we win games. And this New Orleans game was one of them. We wasn't shooting the greatest. Everything wasn't clicking. But yet, in the end, they found a way to get busy, to get it done. So, New York Knicks played the New Orleans Pelicans, and they beat them. Look, God damn it. I didn't get rid of that too. That typo is there for everything.
It's all good, Ron. We understand, brother. I have typos too.
To anyway, New York Knicks defeat the New Orleans Pelicans 104-93. And it was the game that I like to say lends credence to my point about Jalen Brunson. And once again, guys, I know, if you've seen the last show on Saturday, or if you've seen what has been floating around on social media today that I put up, I reiterated the whole thing about how, some people are saying Cat is the best player on this team. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Cat. I think Cat is like right there. Cat is one of the best players on the team. Yes, but I don't like giving the label of best on the team to anybody really. And if I was going to give it to somebody, it still would be Jalen Brunson for now, because not only does Jalen Brunson do what we need him to do, but when we need something big to happen, he's the guy that usually makes that happen for us. He's the one that takes the shots in the final seconds. He's that guy. You know what I mean? So I don't want to take that away from him. He's our captain. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. And this was a game where he showed his stuff. He flexed his muscles in this one, y'all. Let me share this with y'all. Here we go. In this game, let me go to New Orleans to see what their guys did. Oh wait, I'm still on the. Is this still?
This is.
Oh wait, is this?
No, this is it.
Yeah, this is it. Okay,
Yeah,
so here we go.
39.
So Trey Murphy, who, you know, a lot of us love Trey Murphy. We always wished he was a Knick, but hasn't happened. It probably never will happen. My man cooked us a little bit, a little something, a little fricassee. He had 26 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. That's a nice stat line. 11 of 18 shooting from the field, not too bad. 37% from 3. Okay. Then you had CJ McCollum, who chipped in 13, 5, and 4. DeJounte Murray chipped in 14, 9, and 8, almost a triple-double. And that was pretty much it. Jordan Hawkins had 9. And Yves Missy, who I really like, had 9 and 8. He's a good player. But they just didn't have enough firepower. I mean, you look at that squad, and that's definitely a squad that can surprise you. You can't take them lightly. But when you know you got Jose Alvarado and, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, all these guys are out. It doesn't really bode well for winning games consistently. So, and then on the Knicks side, OG had 16, 5, and 3. Josh Hart had 14, 8, and 5. Karl Anthony Towns, in a bad shooting game for him, had 11, 10, and 4. And you had Mikal Bridges. This was probably one of the few Mikal Bridges games in the last 8 or 9 games that he didn't shoot incredible, but he shot decent. 43.8 is right under the average for the field, and he shot 50% from 3, but he finished with 18 points. But it wasn't his best game. You know what I mean? But then you had Jalen Brunson, who was pretty much on fire. 13 of 19, 7 of 10 from 3, 6 of 6 from the line, finished with 6 assists and 39 points, 2 steals. And that was the difference. Like, he really is the difference. And honestly, when I really look at this, if it wasn't for Jalen Brunson being this hot, we could have lost this game. If I'm just looking at everybody else's numbers and how we played, we this definitely could have got away from us. So yeah, so Brunson being on one was definitely a good look. Anyway, my brother, what's your thoughts on this game versus New Orleans?
Man, this game has a lot of elements to it. I call this the ugliest blowout win, because for me, a close game is like a game that's within reach, like within the last 5 minutes. It don't have to be 5 points. I don't like that little 5-point wrinkle. But like, if you actually had an opportunity to win the game, the Pelicans had no shot of winning, but they put a lot of they had the Knicks on their heels. And this win, to me, I mean, why I like it was they're looking like the team from last year that dominated sub 500 teams. Last year they were 29-5 against sub 500 teams. This year we're 11-4 after tonight's win. No, 12-4. Check that. 12-4 tonight after tonight's win. So we're looking like that team that's gonna just punish these guys. 29 wins against teams like this. I mean, that's a good chunk of your 50 wins. Some of us believe we could win 55 games. Some of us believe we can win 60 games. You got to take care of teams like this. And that was one of the biggest notables for me. But the other major key for me was Jalen Brunson. I said, and I wrote this on my blog, I said, will last year's Jalen Brunson please stand up? And the reason why I say that is because we love the new Captain 11. We love him. He's incredible. He's finding a way to balance the scoring with the passing. But when you're passing the ball and these guys can't make a shot, OG shooting 30%. I mean, Towns having shooting terrible, right? When you're in these dogfight kind of games, now we need the guy from last year that was, listen, head down. I'm going to the basket. I'm going to create opportunities for myself. No one can guard me. I don't care what they're throwing at me. I know they got DeJounte Murray. I know they got Herb Jones, right? I know they got some world-class defenders on their team. I don't care who's in front of me. I'm going to cook. And that's what we need at times. And I was happy to see that guy come out because, like you said, Ron, if Brunson didn't put up that 30 with 29 in the second half, we would not have won that game for sure because the defense. And one of the things I'm going to say is like, I'm not going to say we struggle because we have won games against teams like this, but anytime we go up against those teams that have those athletic 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", slim guys that can jump out the gym, run, shoot threes, all of that stuff, we kind of struggle a little bit. Yes, we have wins against teams like that, but I was concerned that, oh man, they might get us because their defense was pretty incredible. And this is also another example of why I say that the Pelicans, to me, are not the most disappointing team in the West. Yes, it's a disappointment, but that's because of injuries. The Sacramento Kings, to me, I mean, a big failure. They had most of their key guys for the most of the year, and they dropped. So imagine you give the Pelicans the health that Sacramento has. Man, you're talking about a whole different monster. So this team is a good team that's just decimated. And we typically would have lost a game like that. I mean, we lost a game like this to the Jazz earlier, right?
Right.
So I think now the Knicks are starting to hit their stride where, you know, guys know where they want the ball. Like if you watch Josh Hart tonight, how some of his assists he had, like he was hitting guys in spots. Like you can tell, like it's clicking now where some of the turnovers they used to would get like early in the season when you know, Towns will throw a pass over his head and they go out of bounds. Those passes are connecting. And so I just think that now the guys are becoming more comfortable in their roles. And thanks to the captain, you know, he took us home. So
yeah, no, I agree. And I just love it because I just think that, you know, it's not about, it's great to enjoy something new or something that's really good, but this is a culture thing. It's not a, you know, not a Knicks fan thing or anything. It's everybody. Everybody does this. We always pit, you know, things against each other. This is like, that's what we view as competition. And I get it. I don't love it all the time, but I understand it. But really, it shouldn't be happening on our own team is what I'm saying is like, Cat is great. Cat has been phenomenal. And even when Cat's bad, he looks good. That says a lot to me. But you can't take away the value of Jalen Brunson. You can't take away the fact that Cat is able to eat the way he eats is because Jalen Brunson is here. You can't take away the fact that Jalen is able to do some of the things he's doing is because Cat is here. It all works together. And I just think we have to look at it that way. Like both guys are good. You want to say right now, Cat is playing the best basketball he's ever played in his career right now. So far to start this season, he's playing phenomenally. And he's even showed some heart in tough situations like clutch situations. He's come to play. And let me tell you something, Cat for his career is not the most clutch basketball player, but he's been looking kind of clutch here so far. But Jalen Brunson has already shown us a lot of that as well. So let's just be happy we got both of these guys is what I'm saying, Knicks fans. We got some good stuff cooking. The best thing about it is tonight, for example, you got to see you know, OG Anunoby get his thing going again. Of course, the Knicks obviously were looking for him. They were calling his number because they know he's going up against his old squad. So that's a cool thing that the Knicks are doing with their players because they were doing it with Precious in the second half as well, just trying to get him going.
Right.
But they got a lot. The bench is starting to come together, and when it's all said and done, this Knicks team might be one of the best teams top to bottom in the whole entire NBA. But we just need to get everybody healthy first so we can see that. But that starting five is cooking, man. That starting five looks great. Even Josh Hart. Who would ever think that Josh Hart would turn around from what he was doing last season? Not that it was bad, and he definitely picked up his game in the playoffs. But to start this season with the rebounding and the efficiency and the shooting, what is going on, y'all? This is great.
Confidence is up here.
This is great, bro. This is great. Fantastic. So without further ado, let's get to this game, tonight's game, which, you know, a lot of y'all were already watching as we came over to the show. New York Knicks, right? New York Knicks defeat to the Toronto Players. I didn't even put the Toronto Raptors. I put the Toronto Players. Oh, I'm wilding out, Spice. I'm the 5th member of the Spice Girls. Call me wilding out. You can understand I was trying to do this at the last minute. Get this out of here. I'm disgusted. You get the point. The Knicks beat Toronto Raptors. It was a blowout until we got to the fourth quarter. And things got a little more dicey. It was never a question of whether the Knicks would win, because we were going to win, but it's definitely a question of, you know, how it looks out there on the court. What's the final score going to look like? How Tom Thibodeau views our effort in the fourth quarter. I mean, because let's see here. First quarter, hold on. We scored 30 points. Yep. Second quarter, we scored, oh, my mouse is not working too quick, 40 points, right? Third quarter, Jesus Christ, my mouse is not working well at all right now. I'm just going to scroll down. We scored 41 points in the third. Wow. 80 points in 2 quarters. And then in the fourth quarter, we scored 28 points, which is actually really not bad to close out a game when you've already been scoring like that. But you let the opponent score 43 points in the fourth.
That's crazy.
Come on, guys. It just leaves like a nasty taste in your mouth. Like I get we still won. It's still a convincing victory. You still win by 14 points. But to allow them to score 43 in the fourth is just not right. It just don't sit well. It don't sound good. And for them, let's see what their numbers look like as a whole for the team itself, and then I'll get over to my guy, the objective Knicks fan, see what his thoughts are about this game. Let me pull this up for you guys to see. So Grady Dick, boy, that's a weird name, had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists? 3 assists, 2 steals. Decent game. Scotty Barnes had 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 8 assists. RJ Barrett had 23 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, which I honestly think that's a pretty good game from RJ, because we were putting some good defense on these guys. They were struggling the whole game. So the fact that he shot 53% from the field and had 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists, he should feel good about it, because they were not making it easy for him. Jacoby Walter, who I'm not that familiar with, he had 16 points. And then Chris.
He's nice, by the way. He's nice.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Oh, yeah.
And then Chris Boucher, Bobby Boucher's brother. No, I'm just joking. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals. But Boucher is pesky. He's always. I like that kid. I wouldn't mind it if he was a backup for the Knicks. Just saying. Yeah. So that's what they did. And then for the Knicks, look at these numbers, y'all. OG Anunoby, 31, 7, and 4, and 1 steal. Josh Hart, 11, 3, 4. Not the greatest rebounding game from Josh, but you know, it is what it is. It's okay. We had enough from everywhere else. Karl Anthony Towns, 31, 10, 7, and 1. Another incredible game. Look at the shooting, 11 for 15 from the field. Wow. Mikal Bridges. Oddly enough, I thought Mikal had more points than this. It felt like he had more points than this, but
yeah, it did.
Right? He finished with 14 points, 1 rebound, and 4 assists. He shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3. Like, he didn't play bad. I guess it's just one of those, like, OG's number was getting called more, but I really felt like Mikal had more. But anyway, then Jalen Brunson had a terrible game, and it's just one of those games like, so he had 12 points, 1 rebound, 7 assists, 2 steals. So that part is good. The 7 assists and the 2 steals is good. The shooting, he struggled. And the bad thing about how the Knicks are playing these days, because they've been so good and dynamic with everybody, is that they can afford to allow Brunson to sit. Brunson can afford to not push the issue, because in games like this in the past, he would start off this way, but by the end of the game, his numbers look a lot more comfortable. The shooting doesn't look as bad because he would take more shots to get to even things out a little bit. But now that they're blowing teams out and they look so good, he's not getting those opportunities to do that. And so he finishes with these nasty stat lines sometimes. So it is what it is. Then you got Precious, who chipped in 5 and 7. McBride had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. McBride looked like he was going to have a big game because he had 6 points, I think, in the first quarter, but kind of tailed off. And then you had Cameron Payne, who came off the bench hot. I mean, he was 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, finished with 19 points and 2 rebounds. I mean, when you get these type of contributions from, Deuce, from Cam Payne, along with OG having 31 and Carl Anthony having 31, you're in for a good night. So, and all that, and Brunson had 12. I mean, come on. I'm telling you, this is what I'm trying to talk about before. Like, can the Knicks learn how to win? When the 3-point shot's not going well, and also when Brunson's having a bad game, or if Karl Anthony Towns is having a bad game, or you know what I mean? Like, this is good to see that they can win like this. And like I said, they were winning convincingly until that fourth quarter. Anyway, bro, what's your thoughts on how the Knicks played in this game tonight, man?
Yeah, real quickly, as I talk about the Knicks, that kid Chris Boucher for the Raptors, he's the 6'9" slim guy I'm talking about. That the Knicks, those guys give us trouble. Like, it's not a secret as to why he gets 16 points on 5 of 6 shooting. But as far as how I felt the Knicks did, I got to rewatch the fourth quarter because I caught like the tail end and like a late third. But what I seen earlier on in the game, I mean, first off, OG Anunoby took this game personally. I don't know if I would say it's a revenge game because I feel like RJ and OG are happy. Like I feel like both of them are like, yes, I'm glad I'm out of that situation. So I don't look at it as revenge. I look at it as more of, oh yeah, I got to put in work against my old team. And also RJ Barrett, I think, had 30 the first game we played them. So OG was like, okay, he probably had this circle on his calendar. Yeah, this is the get back. I thought that OG Anunoby, he silenced the critics. I had some people on my show earlier. We briefly talked about the game, and they were saying how OG hasn't been performing well in the previous games. But I said that's offensively. This man defensively looks incredible, and his plus minus numbers is, off the chart. He's a plus 25 tonight. Like he's always leading the team in plus minus. Right. And he's getting a lot of minutes too. So it's not like he's getting the least minutes out of all the starters. No, he's playing like 36, 37, 38 minutes. Normally I would complain that the starters are playing too many minutes, but tonight, I see 31, 32 for Towns, 34 for OG. That's solid. Even though it is a blowout, it should be kind of in the high 20s when you're blowing the team out by 30, plus 20. But Mikal Bridges with 41 minutes. I know he says, oh, the minutes don't bother me. But, you keep Mikal out there against a team like this. Yes, they put up 40 in the fourth, and I didn't really get to see the entire fourth. But, man, that's just like, how you going to play this guy 40 minutes a night for the season? I just don't like it. I don't like, these guys getting a lot of minutes. You got Shamet on the bench. I granted he came back from injury. Cam Payne was lighting it up. Cam Payne had 19 points. He only played 15 minutes. So, you could have gave some more minutes to some of these bench guys and, give these guys a break. Right now we having an easy patch of games, but, I just don't see the logic in Bridges playing 41 points. And another thing too with this game, there's a lot of factors that was like in the Knicks' favor. Like, there's no way the Knicks can lose this game. Like, one of the reasons is like we already lost 2 home games in a row. And the odds that we were going to lose 3 home games in a row to a sub 500 team, I just didn't see that happening. So I do think in the fourth quarter, a little complacency might have came into place where you're up 30. You know, it's like, hey, let's just try to get to the end of the game. But then the Raptors, they hit 6 threes. Listen, this Raptors team is tough. I had to watch maybe 10 Raptors games this year. They were robbed against Boston. They should have won that Boston's game. Jason Tatum traveled and hit the 3. This is a team that if you're not careful, they can go on a crazy run. I mean, all their young guys can shoot threes, right? And they also do a good job forcing turnovers. That's why Brunson had the 3 turnovers, and you know they do a really good job forcing turnovers. But the problem with Toronto is they're not there in terms of just IQ, because they make a lot of mistakes and they got a ways to go. But they also don't got Emmanuel Quickley, who is their starting point guard. And I think he would stabilize a lot of what's going on, because Grady Dick, while he's all right, he's not a fact. I'm not gonna say he's not a factor, but he's just not a starting caliber point guard.
Right.
Towns, right. I like Towns taking advantage of the shorter matchups. I think that's a key thing for him. Like he's just not settling for threes. He 1 of 3 from downtown, but he was 11 and 15 from the field. So I like what I seen tonight. You know, some nice Towns is gonna have it going because of matchups, right? I mean, they didn't have their starting center, Jokic Portal, who's a double-double machine. And then other nights, Jalen Brunson is gonna have 30-40, easy, you know, and sometimes it's gonna be because the other guy's shots are not falling. So on a night like this, I'm cool with the 12-7 when you win. I don't care as long as we win. I'm gonna keep it real.
No, I hear you. I mean, it's true. This is what, you know, you can expect throughout the whole season with this Knicks club. There's a lot of good things. There's going to be some ups and downs. Then, you know, they're going to get tested. Yeah. But, you know, there's a lot of promise here. You could already see it. Like, and even, I don't know how you feel, bro, but even when I watch them play, when they look really good, I still feel like they haven't, like, hit their stride yet. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't tapped into their full potential yet. You know what I mean? There's still so much more that I think they have. Because, quite frankly, I rarely have ever, just a minor thing, how often have you seen Macau and OG have a good game in the same game?
Not often.
Like tonight, technically could have been one of those games, right? Because it looked like Macau had a decent game and OG was clicking. But I felt like, you know, in the end, you know, Macau only had 14 points. I felt like he had more. But, you know, it's one of them things. Like, what happens when we see a game where Macau has, you know, somewhere between 15 and 20 and OG has around 15 and 20, you know, and Brunson is clicking and Cat's clicking, and the bench can give you 20, 25 points. Like, it's a blowout. That's automatic blowout. I don't care who we play. Automatic blowout. So, yeah, we gotta see, man. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm really excited to see what they got going on going forward. I think the Knicks are in a really good position because this team has a lot of talent. Some of it's untapped and not true to form talent yet that you can depend on, but it's there. Like, even with the young guys, there's guys that can add something to this team. Can you trust them out the gate in the you know, like in a pinch? Maybe not. But if they have some time and there's a situation where they have to step up for a while, I think these guys would step up to the plate. I think with good minutes, Pacom Dadier or you know, Kolick could help.
6'8". We got a 6'8" guy there. Put him in the game.
I know. I mean, the problem is there's no playing time for these guys. That's the problem.
No, but before. Yeah, now the guys are coming back. But yeah, I'm just saying before.
And and once Shamet gets fully entrusted into the circle, it's a wrap for.
It's over. Yeah.
Yeah, Kolick is definitely going to be holding the clipboard. It's like a Reynolds wrap. So
yeah.
So I mean, that's the shame, but it is what it is. Speaking of Tyler Kolick, and let's show these guys a little love. You know, they don't always get these moments, but you know, 2 years in a row, back to back, Westchester Knicks have won the Winter League GLeague tournament. For whatever you want to call it, for whatever it is, it's still an accomplishment. It's still, you have to follow through and get something done. We may not be able to win in the Summer League, but we can win in the G League. So shout out to them, man. Let's take a look at this real quick.
He will return in order to hand out the MVP.
Oh, hold on. I know what I got to do here. 1 second. My mouse is giving me all types of problems. It's just funky tonight. There we go. All right.
Trophy with 22 points and 11 assists. Your Showcase Cup Final MVP, Tyler Kolek. Tyler, you get the trophy and also a couple of questions. Last night you were in New Orleans with the New York Knicks, landing here this morning in Orlando. What does it mean to you to join this group and play on this stage?
Yeah, like you said, I just joined them. It's like when you have a group project, you just join in at the last minute and get an A. So shout out to these guys, man. They've been busting their ass all year. I come down and I love playing with them. They're like a family down here, so it's been fun.
To be away from the team during the first 2 games of the showcase and then seamlessly integrate yourself in, how did you make yourself part of the fold today?
Yeah, just trying to buy in. I'm not coming down here, trying to take all the shots, trying to do everything. I'm just trying to play the right way and play good basketball.
Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tyler Kolek and the Westchester Knicks, your 2024 NBA G League Winter Showcase Cup champions.
Because he's pretty good at catching and shooting. He's pretty hot right now.
Moses, thank you so much for the time. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Moses Brown with us there.
Both games leading up into this one, but they're acting like they're finding themselves right at home here on court 1.
6 of 11 from downtown for them, and Donovan Williams starting to heat up.
Getting to the rim, but then off the pass from Tyler Kolek, Donovan Williams knocking down the
really good.
Caleb Daniels knocking down his second 3 after checking in the game, coming off the bench. And we've got some high-level scoring here as Kolek is able to get to the left hand once again.
Tyler Kolek going downhill. Knicks will inbound. Kolek was up with the Knicks, the big squad here today. Cordy up and under, good with the left hand. 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Kolek into the lane, pulls up and nails it. 12-point lead for the Skyforce. Kolek on the curl, kicks it to the corner. Dadier, 3-ball corner pocket is good.
Great recognition. Kolek getting downhill. Skyforce have shot the 3. Defenders are scared to leave.
Kolek on the drive. Kolek gets it to go. 14-point game. Kolek with the step through. Finds Bay. Bay lets it fly. Bay connects.
It was all systems go. You knew exactly what was going to happen.
Looks like Jalen Brunson.
He does,
weaving through traffic.
I don't want to say it, but I knew someone was going to see it.
Shot off the glass and in. Johnson goes up strong, can't finish. The putback no good. Rebound Kolek.
That time, Cordy did a great job staying vertical, not allowing those arms to come down.
Rattles home a 3-pointer, and the Knicks take the lead back.
To save it underneath. If you know you have your guys, okay to save it underneath. But you got to know your guys there.
Kolek from the corner. Kolek buries the 3-pointer. Nice rip there by Moses Brown. Kolek now fires. Kolek drains the 3-pointer. Kolek to Brown. Brown shovels it in.
Nice hands by Brown. A jersey issue here.
Okay.
However, I'm wondering why he's not saying it on air.
The Knicks got a G League super team.
Westchester Knicks.
Right? That's what I'm saying, man. We ain't even talking about some of these other dudes.
Maybe Donovan Williams is missing Westchester to try to beat the Knicks with 2s.
And mid-range shots particularly.
And so when you consider the fact that they couldn't stop them from 3 early in the game, as Kolek gets another layup. Now, of course, the Skyforce understand how important it is for them to make 3s, which puts so much more pressure on each and every one of those shots.
Williams steps back.
Williams cooking.
Williams drains the 3-pointer. Kolek on the drive baseline.
Drops
it off for Cordy in the left-hand finish.
Great job by Cordy making himself available
off the bounce.
8-point ball game.
Right back to the top. No one checking Little. He needs to be the guy that gets it here.
Kolek with the steal.
Turnover there.
Pass up front. Look at
Gets
this.
it to Ball for the layup and in.
That's why I'm saying, man, listen, Tyler Kolek, there's certain things about his game that he definitely still needs to improve and work on. But that don't mean that he can't go out there and ball. You give him the keys and let him do his thing. And as the course of the action goes, you're going to see some really good things start to happen. He just needs to be comfortable. So I ain't worried about some of the talent that this Knicks team has. It's just everything's going to be when it's their time. Same thing we saw with Deuce. Same thing we would have seen with, for example, IQ. I mean, if we could have afforded IQ would still be here. You know what I mean? We'd be looking at IQ and what he's doing for the team. But, you know, it is what it is, man. But shout out to the Westchester Knicks once again for getting the job done. Really nice. Good for them. And that confidence obviously can bleed over into their time with the big club. I mean, they're not going to get a lot of minutes to play, but you know what I mean? It also helps with practice. Like, you know what I mean? Listen. And it gives them a little bit of a little bragging rights, right? When they're going against the starters and the starters is ragging them. Hey, listen, I don't know when y'all won a G League championship. Like you can say a little something. Yeah. So that's good though. That's cool. Anyway, guys, we'll be here for a little while longer, not too much longer, but phone lines are up. Number is 347-305-7280. Once again, that's 347-305-7280. You want to call in and chop it up? I am here joined by the objective Knicks fan himself, and we are here on SKF Weekly, man, chopping it up. This is the pre-Christmas edition. So shout out to everybody. Hope you guys are doing. Hope you guys have some good plans for the holidays. Let me just do a little quick little roll call, see who might have joined and jumped into the chat. Show some love. Okay, look at that. Already I see my brother Sha Powers in the building. Let's get it. Shout out to Sha Powers, one half of the Knicks Real Talk crew on YouTube. Sha and my brother Divine, salute to y'all. Good to see you, Sha. Hope you're doing well. Another nice victory tonight, my brother. Let me see. Hold on. There we go. Shout out to Wilson Dang in the building. What up, Wilson? Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. D Coolest 718 is in the building. Good to see you. Oh, you said he was watching last night. Okay, nice. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know the Westchester Knicks schedule. I haven't caught not one game.
Me either, Ron. I live in Westchester, man. I need to go to a game. I gotta stop playing.
Oh, you should be. Oh man, you definitely should be up at a game. Yeah, I didn't get a chance. Like, it's just too far for me, and I just didn't get a chance to go to anything. And it's crazy because NBK, you know, brother Sim and Tony and I think Steph, they had all like bought a package. They had season tickets to Westchester games last year, I think, or was it the year before? I don't know. But yeah,
the tickets is like $16.
I know, and yeah,
$20-something.
And it's pretty cool. Like, you know, you get to go over there and eat regularly. Like, you know, you're not spending your whole life away like you're at the Garden.
Yeah, it's a fact.
And for the Knicks, it's actually like a good ticket because it's almost like when, you know, going to see, in baseball terms, for those who know, like the Mets minor league club that plays in Coney Island. They usually have some good players over there. Some of, and you know, a lot of the main guys, you know, they rehab there or whatever. But you can see some good talent over there, just like the Yankee squad. When they play, wherever they play, they usually have some good players. So some of these, you know, minor league squads and stuff like that, you know, it's not always the same. But our New York squads be having some good players, so it's actually a fun time. Shout out to Kareem Grant in the building. What up, Kareem? Salute to you, my brother. What's good? Hope you're doing well. Tony's in the building. Tony, and I'm reading yours because I don't see you all the time in the chat. I've seen you before. He said there is no team in the league that has damn near the entire starting five that each player can score 25 plus any given night. We special.
I always say that. Yep, that's a fact.
That's a fair point. You ain't lying. Kerry said, Shamet gonna out top, and let's see if we can fit TJ Warren's contract some way. Younger guys are gone. I gotta tell you, I feel kind of bad, but you know, this is what it is. TJ Warren ain't getting no love over here, y'all. I'm sorry to say it, man. TJ Warren, and it's not like he don't deserve it. He's a bucket, and the only knock on TJ Warren is he can't stay healthy. But if he's healthy, he's a bucket. But Tom Thibodeau, he's also not necessarily the greatest defender.
Yeah.
Not really Tom Thibodeau's cup of tea. So, right. I mean, really, and then it creates more problems. But I think it creates more problems for Thibodeau, and that's really why they don't want to really go to him. They basically, I feel like they're just kind of keeping him there like as trade bait. Like I think we talked about it before, because if TJ Warren plays, he's going to score, right? And he's going to add some value to the team. And some players, and then fans, they're going to look at that and be like, oh, yeah, he's doing this thing, man. And he may not be doing this thing, right? Because he could be adding value offensively, but the detriment defensively could be a little bit too much for the squad. You know what I mean? We could be in a hole because of him being out there. And because there's no reason on this earth that he should be in the G League playing consistent minutes, and the Knicks, who have been struggling to find offense off the bench, don't want to use him. You obviously know there's more to the story. So, and I think that's kind of what it is. Because if he's up here, it's like he puts Tibbs in an uncomfortable situation to give him minutes and play him, knowing that it could affect what the team's trying to do. I
think it also could be salary too. Remember, they had to do some crazy things to get below the cap.
Right.
So, because he's 9-year veteran. I just looked him up. He's a 9-year veteran. So they kind of had to sign Shamet. Like they kind of did some finagling too, drafted him through the G League. So now that $2.6 million he was going to get, he'll probably get like half that or a little more than half that to help with that. Because we're literally like $1 million away from the cap. So it might have something to do with that too. It might. I don't know.
The only thing is, he signed a 1-year, $3 million deal with New York, and I mean, he's not even on a two-way.
No, but he got cut. It was an exhibit 9 or 10.
Oh, that's right. That's the initial one. That's the exhibit 10. So what is he on now? Is he a
contract?
Oh, okay.
Because what happens is when you get cut from the exhibit 10, you get an additional $75,000 if you sign with the Knicks G League team. Yeah, so that's what happened. So
all right. Yeah. Well, then I'm overthinking it, guys. Listen, I'll be the first to admit when I'm wrong. I'm overthinking it. The bottom line is they can't. they don't.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, I'm assuming it has a lot more to do with money than anything else. But yeah.
Right. They don't have the money to sign him. No, but that makes 100% sense. They don't have the money to sign him. He's on a G League contract, so he could play with the G League squad, but he can't play with the big league squad because they have to sign him to a contract, and they can't afford to do that. They're trying to stay under that second apron.
Exactly.
They just signed Shamet because they had to come up with some money for him, and then they waived Matt Ryan, which we all know that. So yeah, I mean, there just ain't no money, and that makes sense. I can dig that. That makes sense because I'm like, it doesn't make sense. This guy's just wasting away in the G League. But okay,
6'8".
Crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, but this is the type of things. Look, and you can't be another team. Some fan might be mad at this. Like, how you got a guy who can obviously contribute and is healthy right now, and you got him in the G League when he could be helping your squad. But when you know how the Knicks look, and the Knicks have a championship contending type team here, and then you understand that they also did all this finagling and stuff with these weird trade to get Cat in here. Like, it all makes sense. I'm like, all right, I'll rock with it.
Yeah. Listen, and Leon Rose, we trust. I remember I came on your show like, there's no way they could do this trade. Like, they got to do a lot, and they got it done. Hey, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, man, that's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So you can't be mad at it. I mean, it just is what it is. It works. So Old Head said, we have Deuce Cam. Why choose Shamet over TJ? That's some Tibbs favoritism, some BS. Nah, Old Head, honestly, I mean, I know some people don't want to give him the credit yet because this is a New York town, and y'all got to see it to believe it. I get it. I know. And this is with everybody. Y'all had to see it with Brunson. Y'all had to see it with Dante. OG, you already kind of knew what OG was. Mm-hmm. And even though you knew what Macau was, he started off bad. So now y'all had to see it with Macau. Mm-hmm. So I get it. And I believe y'all have to see it with Shamet so you can understand that Shamet is a really decent two-way player. He's not OG defensively. He's not Macau defensively, or even, I don't even want to say he's Josh Hart defensively, but he's an adequate defender who does give you something out there. And then offensively, y'all, he's lightning in a bottle, y'all. He may not be Dante, what Dante did for us, but Shamet, I've watched Shamet, and Shamet has lit the Knicks up in the past. Shamet can light a team up. So, and then remember, we'll look at the teams Shamet's been on. He's had good supporting cast around him, but not all the time. Like now, this is reminiscent of how his team was. Maybe we might be a little bit better firepower wise, but they were better defensively than us when that Phoenix team that he was on, because that Phoenix team was cooking. Yeah. So, but this is like, how much easier it is for somebody like Shamet to come in. Hey, I'm not starting. I'm coming off the bench, and then I'm going to be kind of sprinkled in with guys like OG and Brunson and all these other dudes. I don't have to do as much. I just got to go out there and play my role and shoot the shot. That's a big deal for some of these guys. They could just go out there and focus on one thing and do that one thing well. Yes, I take it. What's your thoughts, bro? How do you? I know Shamet's not a sexy piece for a lot of people.
No,
but
Well, yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I think. Both of them are not the greatest defenders, but Shamet is a better defender than TJ Warren. I mean, TJ Warren is just not defense at all.
Right.
But I will say that I would have went in the inverse. I would have went with the height, and because I feel like we need more 6'8" guys. I'm biased in that way. But Leon Rose, they had their mindset on Shamet. It was his spot. TJ Warren was never going to make the team. So when he went down with the shoulder injury, the thing was, will he be able to come back? So by Shamet, and I thought it was dangerous at the time because I'm like, yo, man, you dislocate your shoulder, you should go get the surgery. You don't want to, risk your career. But clearly his injury wasn't that severe, I guess. And when the Knicks seen that he can come back, that's when it was like, no, this is his spot. We're going to rent his spot out. We're going to play the game of, because at the time they only had 12 players on the contract. Ariel was on the two-way, and then they brought Matt Ryan. So they knew they had to have at least 14 guys on salary, or they would have got hit with fines and stuff like that. So they were playing that game to kind of hold the spot for Shamet. And then once Shamet was cleared, now they get him on a reduced. So instead of paying the 2.6, now you could pay him like 1.6 or 1.4. And boom! Don't be surprised if that's the salary when it comes out. It more than likely will be 1.6 or something like that. So that's all that was a way to like keep Shamet because he was going to come back. We're going to hold down the 4th form. We're going to draft him to the G League. So he's like, I has our rights. He gets a G League contract and he can work with our staff. So yeah, it was his spot. Like it was his spot. Nobody could take it.
No, I mean, listen, that's a fair point. And I just think when it comes down to it, in the end, Shamet is just a better shooter. And I think the Knicks really value guys who can shoot the rock on this team. They got their guys that they feel can break down a defense and get them points. Like, unbeknownst to us, fortunately, McCall has become one of those guys. Like, he can get his own shot. So you got McCall who can get his own shot. You got Brunson who can get his own shot. And you got Cat, who, basically has been getting his own shot. It's wild because he's starting from the 3-point line and somehow getting to the rim, but
get to the rim.
Yeah, but so you got 3 guys like that. So you got some diversity there from different sizes. And then you got those same guys who are shooting the rock well. You got other guys sprinkled in that shoot the rock well. And I think having another guy who could just really knock it down when they come into the game is very helpful to the team. Now, don't get me wrong. TJ Warren is a good scorer. He's a bucket getter, but Shamet is a better shooter. Like TJ Warren shoots 35% from 3 for his career. Shamet shoots 38%.
Right.
And even free throws, TJ shoots 78% from the free throw line for his career. Shamet shoots 84%. It's just a difference in how they shoot. And like I said, that little bit of extra defense that Shamet can give you.
A little bit, yes. I agree with that. That was a good point. I think that's what put him over the top.
Yeah, I think that's what did it.
Yep.
Shout out to Buzzer Beater in the chat. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. And I guess he's just echoing the sentiments of other people in the chat. Salute to you. Yep. Thank you for rocking with us. Old head said, so maybe TJ's salary can be prorated for a smaller salary next month or 2.5. No, dude, I think the Knicks are so close to teeter-tottering right now. Like now they're getting so close to being under that apron. I think they can't really mess around, bro.
Yeah, they're done. Shamet is it. They can't do nothing else.
I think Shamet is it. They're not doing nothing else unless by the time the February trade deadline gets here, there's something wrong with the team or something happened or there's some, God forbid, knock on wood, there's some injury or something. They're not trying to do nothing. They really, what the Knicks are hoping for is that this Knicks team hits their stride and just goes. And then when Mitchell Robinson is healthy, he's the final piece and we are championship contender. That's what they're hoping for. So
that's what they're hoping for. Yep.
We'll see. Shout out to Jean-Marc in the building. What up? What's going on? Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. All right. Well, one last shot. Last time, what they call this? Last round. If anybody wants to call in before we get out of here, the number is 347-305-7280. Once again, that's 347-305-7280. Get your pre-Christmas call in before Christmas Eve. Before we get out of here, man. Because I know we all got a bunch of stuff to kind of finish up on. Some of y'all good. I'm not. I got some stuff
Let's
to do.
get it in. Yeah, me too, man. Let's get it in, y'all.
Shout out to Prezi, the boss in the building. Salute, Prezi. What's going on? Good to see you, bro. SKF Army is here. Facts. Salute to you, man. So let me ask you this. Objective. Okay. Now that the Knicks have kind of gone on a little mini streak, right? We've won 4 in a row, which, I can't remember. Is this our biggest streak so far this season? 4?
Yes. We had another 4-game streak. We actually had 2 4-game streaks. So this is our third 4-game in a row.
Back at 4. So we could really do something. We win another game and kind of take it to another level. Old head said cut Bo Buie. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's
Bowie's not on the team though, is he? Is Bowie
he was on the G League squad. I don't think he got cut yet, but he was on the bench. I seen him in the bench in the games. He's got one of the 2 ways.
Oh yes, he does.
Yeah, he's got one of the 2 ways. So, once again, it goes back to that. What annoys me, guys? You want to hear my pet peeve? This is nobody's fault, and I'm not pointing a finger at anybody. I'm just saying it annoys me when we have to talk about some of these guys like Bo Buie and other dudes that the Knicks have on their squad. I'm like, oh, this guy has all the talent in the world. Moses Brown can block shots with his eyes closed. And we never going to see these dudes. Like we still never see these dudes. Like we could still use a Moses Brown right now, to be honest. I don't know what the Knicks is doing. So I hate to see that. I hate to talk about it like that. I don't know what and we can't be mad because the Knicks are winning and they're winning comfortably, except for this 4th quarter today, but they're winning. Right. Yet you look at these guys like Knicks sometimes struggle on defense. They don't get enough block shots. They don't got enough rim protection. Moses Brown is just wasting away there. Now, maybe it's just time and place. With Tom Thibodeau, it's when he wants to break the glass. So maybe he just don't want to break the glass yet. So we'll see. What you think about that?
You know what? I think like there's more to the NBA than we know, right? As fans, right? Because Moses Brown went to Indiana. Indiana has no centers besides Miles Turner. That's the only dude they have that's anywhere near 7 feet. He was on the team. They let him go. Why is that? See, there may be other, like I remember how many of you guys, well, all you guys gonna remember Alonzo Tria. I liked Alonzo Tria. I thought he could ball. Man, this dude was putting up 20 and but clearly there's something else because when I'm learning about the NBA is it's about roles. Like, yeah, you could have all the talent in the world, but can you do what the coach is asking you to do? Right. That's the other element that I think fans kind of don't understand. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, yo, it don't make sense to me, right? But there's other elements, like why Ariel got the contract, right? But Ariel doesn't play, but it's another level that we just don't see. That's what I think.
No, I hear you. Shout out to the Woogieack in the building. He said bars. Facts. Yeah, like I don't know, man. I don't know. This is I hear you though that there obviously could be something else going on, like the NBA.
It has to be.
A lot
Because
of
Moses
layers.
Brown is nice.
Moses Brown could ball, yeah. And so I mean, some people said like when he was with Indiana, that Indiana just they have not started this year off the way they thought they would be playing, and so therefore, you know, they feel like their assets could be used differently, and so they're just trying to find different answers right now. Not that he can't help them, but they got some other issues. I listen, I don't know, but whatever.
Man, they 14 and 15. They've been dropping since he left.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my team. That's what I always say. It's not my.
I hear you. Shout out to the 713 gamer in the building. What up, Flickety? What's going on? Appreciate you. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Buzzer Beater says I root for Alonzo. He has a hard backstory. I mean, listen, man. A lot of these guys, they have different stories and different lives that they have to deal with and come from. And I definitely personally I salute and respect a lot of these guys. But I think the problem is, and this once again, I'm not better than anybody else. I'm just telling you, when they put it in front of us for the public's eyes and we can judge, or not that we want to judge, but you know how you got, everybody judges sometimes. Like you see something, you're like, I don't know about that. And you may not want to be that way, but you're still going to do it. I mean, come on. How many of us here who remember, because I know not everybody remembers, but how many of us here remember when the Knicks had Latrell Sprewell on the tail end of his years, and he, didn't come back to the Knicks because he was like, Knicks will offer him like 18 or 19 million. He's like, I can't feed my family for no 18 or 19 million. What? My heart hurt. I was like, what? What?
Dennis Schroeder effect.
So, like I said, you may not think you want to judge somebody, but you ain't passing up no 18, 19 million. What? Latrizi. So, yeah, we all looked at him like he was crazy. Like, you are wildin', B. You going to leave 19 million on the table just because you ain't get the contract you want? Play on that 19 million, eat, cake up a little bit, and then leave after. Like, you don't leave the money. And he never got a lucrative contract after that. That was it.
No, he never did. No.
It's the same kind of thing that happened with, who's another good guy, by the way? He just got traded recently. Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, so I just said the Dennis Schroeder effect.
No, you see, we on the same wavelength.
We're on the same wavelength.
Dennis Schroeder turned down, I don't know how many years it was, but it was for 87 million.
80, yep. 4 years, I think.
And he turned it down. And then later, when he actually got signed by another team, I think it was what?
Pennies compared to that. I get the number for you if you want, but it was pennies compared to that. It's a huge drop off.
It was bad. So yeah, man, you just gotta count your blessings, man, and take what time is not promised. There's only about 400 some odd players that make it to be in the NBA, and then the average lifespan of an NBA player when they come into the league is around 4 years. Either by the 4-year mark, you are going to be have a stable position in the NBA, or you're out of the NBA. 4 years is the benchmark. After that, you'd be playing overseas in Europe or China. Like, that's how it is. So you got to count your blessings and roll with the punches, unless you're getting cheated somehow. But other than that, you most likely got to play ball. So
yeah, he's making $12 million, by the way, about $13 million. And he could have been making 20.
That's a step up now, because that wasn't the contract he got right after he turned down that 87.
Right, yeah, I know. But he's still losing.
He's still losing, of course. Yeah.
It was by the way, I think it was $5 million.
Thanks, D. Coolest. Appreciate you.
5 and 2. He signed a $2 million deal, a $5 million deal, way less than what he would have got.
Goodness gracious. 4-year, $84 million. We're talking $21 million per year. You turned that down to go on 2 year. I mean, $2 million, a $5 million. That don't even make no sense, man. I would be so sick. I don't even know if I could play in the NBA. I'd be like, yeah, I'm out. Catch me overseas.
He's young enough. He's young enough to still, get the opportunity. But some of the guys like Sprewell, when you get into your 30s, it's like you don't got as much options.
Right. And that's all the more reason I'm like, yo, don't leave that 19 million on the table. Get up out of here with that.
Look at Aubrey. Aubrey did it in Philly. Remember, Aubrey was supposed to make a lot of money too, Aubrey. And, you know, he signed there for the low. Hey, if I can't get it, I take the 16 million 2 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I try to build back. Hey, you can't think for these guys.
It is what it is, guys. Listen, I'm not pocket watching. I'm not in their shoes, but you when you hear something like that, you automatically like, man, how could you leave that on the table? So that goes back to the whole thing. You could be the best person in the world. Everybody's going to look at somebody sideways when they do something that you can't make sense of. So
can't make sense of it.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Shout out to Fritz Alcindor in the building. Fritz, the NBA Economy Show. Please go show him some love on YouTube if you haven't already checked it out. Fritz is one of those guys that definitely can break down the numbers for you, but he does it not just for the Knicks. He'll look at all teams in the NBA and look at things from a different perspective. So please show Fritz some love. And also, if you guys aren't familiar with Fritz, he's also been a big staple, a part of the Nick of Time show for all those years with Jay Ellis and the crew over there. So please show him some love. Yes. All right, man. I mean, listen. That's pretty much it, guys. That's the show. You know what I mean? We could stay here talking forever about a lot of things, but we got stuff to do too. But let me get over to my guy, Objective Knicks fan. Final words, my brother, and whatever else you got going on. What's next?
Well, first off, thank you, Ron. It's a pleasure. Anytime you guys need me here, I'm here. I love this channel. I love this show. The content is amazing. It's fire. The chat is fantastic. I mean, a lot of the people in your chats in my chat, so it's like a home. It's like this family, man, coming over here. Definitely thankful. Yeah, exactly, man. I'm definitely appreciative. Definitely happy holidays to everybody too. Me and Ron, hey, let's do a show right before Christmas. I'm like, hey, let's do it, man. All I gotta do is wrap gifts. That's all that's what I'm gonna be doing all night. I got a whole lot to wrap. So, definitely thank you for that, and Merry Christmas to you guys. By the way, you can, check my channel out, The Objective Knicks Fan. I got a couple of different shows that I do. I got a podcast I do every Monday at 6:00 called This Week Inside the Knicks. And it's a weekly wrap-up show like Ron, but I kind of cover, a lot of topics. And we have a great conversation, and it's the best way to keep up with the Knicks. You come to my channel, and I have a blog as well. So you'll get all the hot takes that happen for the week. If you go to thisweekinsidetheknicks.com or you subscribe to my channel, The Objective Knicks Fan, you'll be able to keep up. Like, sometimes you're busy in life, you travel and this, that, and the third. Man, you go to thisweekinsidetheknicks.com. Man, you'll know everything that you missed for the week. So that's Mondays, and then on Fridays. But now this Thursday we'll be doing it. I have a show called The Knicks Call Up, and Ron was on with me last Friday. It was kind of crazy. He had some trolls call up, but it was fun. Great conversation. It's basically a show, a free-flowing show to give you guys the opportunity to express your, how you guys feel. We have good conversations. Sometimes I'll guide it. I have a topic or a question. And recently I've been, bringing some guys from, other teams. Like I had a Warriors fan, I had a Lakers fan. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some more of that too. It's a great conversation call-up show. Definitely come check it out. This Thursday we'll be doing it at 9, but it's going to be every Friday at 10:45. So starting, in next week in January. So and that's pretty much all I got, guys. Thank you for supporting this show and this channel. Hit that like button, and subscribe, and if you're not subscribed, and that's all.
Yeah, man. Once again, appreciate having you. Like I've said before, man, I love this Knick community because they welcomed myself and John with open arms. A lot of people definitely did some really dope things to help us get where we are now. And, we try to return the favor to those who come after us. And also continue to support the ones that are with us. So I'll never forget the people who opened doors for us and allowed us to really grow, and told, a lot of people about us, even when we were on, hey, yeah, listen, go check out, Still Knick Fans, shout out to Blawrence Tears, Uncle Freezy. He was immeasurable in all the stuff he did in regards to helping our channel pop, as well as Sim from NBK. It's just, I like to try to do the same thing and pay it forward to all my fellow content creators. And like I said, I also try to support as many as I can. Like this week, for example, I'm on vacation, so I will be popping up and showing some love to different people. All right. Since somebody's calling, we'll take this one call.
Let's go.
Hey, caller. What's going on? Your name and where you from?
My name is Corey Lindsay, and I'm calling from Rochester, New York.
Hey, what's going on, Corey? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Rod? How you feeling, bro? Happy holidays, man.
Same to you, man. I can't complain. I'm here, man. We trying to make the best of it, man. Another holiday. Enjoying life, you know.
Amen, bro. Amen.
All right. What's on your mind, brother?
I guess you want to know what's on my mind, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, what's on my mind, man? I love the way these Knicks players have really kind of finally started to consolidate wins. You know, they're finally getting winning streaks that, you know, the Knicks fans haven't expected them to get, because I remember, like, in the mid-2000s, our winning streaks were terrible. I mean, we had, like, maybe 2-game winning streak, then lose, like, 4 or 5 in a row, then win 1, then lose, and win. You know, we never had no big winning streak, like winning like almost over 7 or 8 games, you know, say back in the Knicks times.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it's finally clicking, where they finally winning 4 or 5 in a row. You know what I'm saying? It's finally coming together like that, and that's hard.
Yeah, no, it is. Hey, but just, you know, out of mind, out of sight. But don't sleep on that Julius Randle team, the 4th seed team. We had a couple win streaks, 8 games, 9 games. We won a 12-game streak.
Yeah,
we've been cooking in the past.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I think he's got the New York Knicks fever, because when we played them at their house, I think Cat Williams had a big message and let them know, y'all should have kept me.
Yeah,
I made a big mistake.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel bad. Listen, as Knicks fans, that's not for nothing. Yeah, I'm a New York sports fan. With all my teams, I've gone through some stuff. That's the type of stuff that would happen to me as a fan over here. Like, we would lose a good player for no reason. Like, he's good and we could use him, but we couldn't afford him. That would definitely happen to us. So I feel bad for the fans.
Yeah, because, you know, sometimes every team goes through a difficult kind of a situation where you had to give up a player who you don't want to give up. And like you said, sometimes it'd be for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But sooner or later, the player that you give up for nothing can maybe make a difference or make your team better along in the future.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, man. We gotta continue to support the team, continue to be in their corner, love what they're doing, understanding that Rome wasn't built overnight. Everything takes time, and this Knicks team is no different.
Amen.
They're no different. They're gonna be good, man. They're gonna be good. And also, I don't want to say it, but forget it. I ain't gonna say it yet. The bottom line is, even if this year don't necessarily turn out the way everybody wants it to, that doesn't mean next year won't. But I think we can do some really good things this year, though. Just want to throw that out there.
Mm-hmm. And you got a big 100% point, because same way it could be with football. Just because your team is having a bad year this year doesn't mean, like you just said, it's going to happen again next year. Only thing next year, they just, you know, it's all about being healthy. That's the key. It's all about being healthy.
Right. 100%.
And that's what I tell people. It's all about being healthy. That's all.
Hey, man. Listen, Corey, this is my first time having you. I've seen you in the chat all the time, brother. I mean, it's my first time having you call in. I'm glad you were able to get in. Appreciate you before we get out of here, bro. Listen, man, happy holidays to you and yours. Merry Christmas. Enjoy yourself. Make the best of it. Every year, you know, life is just going quicker and quicker, man. But enjoy it. Make the best of it.
And I appreciate you can encourage me with that. You do the same in your life. You know, keep doing what you're doing on your YouTube channel, and I will try to show you love as much as I can. I just want to say, you know, you be safe. Happy holidays to you too, and I love you, bro.
Hey, man, love you too, bro. Appreciate you, because I know you've always
happy holidays.
You've always been here, man. So thank you so much, Corey. Take it easy out there. All right.
You do the same, baby.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, bro.
All right. So dope call, man. Dope call. Thank you once again to everybody, man. Appreciate you. And thank you to Objective for sticking with me a little longer to get through the call. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, man. I'm here when you need me.
Hey, all right. So once again, guys, thank you to everybody. As I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Usually tonight was a little different because of the game. For SKF Weekly, when I'm usually joined by my brother John and my other brother Jose on the ones and twos holding us down. But today we had a very special guest in the Objective Knicks fan who was able to hold it down with me. So I wasn't out here alone. You know what I mean? He held me down, and it was always a good conversation, always a good talk. Also, please continue to check me out on Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. for Know the Ledge. This holiday time is kind of crazy, but I'll be on this Saturday as well. No time off for me for this at least. So continue to support the show. This Saturday should be another good one, and hopefully the Knicks continue to go streaking and win some good games. We got a really good game on Wednesday, Christmas Day, with San Antonio at 12 o'clock. I hope the Knicks win this one convincingly, or at least win. I don't care about if it's convincing or not. Let's just win. So that should be pretty fun. We're going up against a hot Wemby. Wemby's been like, I never met a guy. How you go into a game with a guy who's hot defensively? Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
This dude's on fire. He has 7 blocks in the first half, guys, tonight. 7 blocks and start the first half. The other day he had 10 blocks. Like, he is wilding out, man. Like, so we definitely got to watch him. He's only one man, as Objective said. But got to be mindful of him because he's the type of guy that I just don't want the Knicks to not know where he is. They should know where he is at all times. Don't be lackadaisical because he blocks a lot of shots when people ain't looking. You know what I mean? Yeah. So stuff like that, man. Let's take care of business against the Spurs on Wednesday and keep this thing going. Appreciate you guys once again. And also continue to support everybody in the Knicks community. We are here together. We're going to keep growing and keep glowing. Support Objective Knicks fan. Show him some love on his shows. Subscribe and hit the like button if you haven't already done so. And once again, I'm wishing you guys the best and a happy, healthy, continued holiday season. Merry Christmas. And, I'll see you guys before the New Year's, though. And you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but on the way out, I'm in the Christmas spirit. And I'm sure he'll catch this on the replay, gang. Let me do this for my guy, Jay Boogie, on the way out. You know what I mean? Just show him another love. I'm not going to play the Christmas joint. I'm actually going to play his other joint. And I called it Rude Boy. I don't think it's named Rude Boy, but he didn't tell me what the name was. So I just put what I put. It is what it is. Anyway, we're going to play this on the way out. Salute to you all once again. Have a good night. Happy holidays. We out of here. Peace.
Spread the word. Top shutters are back.
Big ups. This is Rude Boy status. Big up, big up. This is Rude Boy status. Tell them this is shutters. Now tell them this is shutters.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Check.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Check.
Jump and sound and me say sound like clown.
Check.
Bad boy sound and me say him run the town.
Make.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Come again.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Come again.
Jump and sound and me say sound like clown.
Come again.
Bad boy sound and me say him run the town.
The big cat came home here from Minnesota. CP and Fan TV named me the closer. 8 years when I stepped on this YouTube. Now I'm well surrounded with fans dripped in orange blue. Excuse me the way I'm tangled the floor. I'm the only one with appearance from the great Rebecca Harlow. I'm the most consistent with these Nick bars. Even sent it caught at the ceiling on that Jumbotron. You damn right I'm blessed. Shout out to Miss Campbell, Tiffany, the Don, Mr. West. We all in to bring the city a championship. Then pull up to something L from John Stark dealership.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Check.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Check.
Jump and sound and me say sound like clown.
Check.
Bad boy sound and me say him run the town.
Make.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Come again.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Come again.
Jump and sound and me say sound like clown.
Come again.
Bad boy sound and me say him run the town.
Come. I'm in the booth. I'm wearing McHale's New Jersey. The Liberty Building. Send them nets back to New Jersey. That's not a diss intent, but this a Knicks city. The woes gone. That mailbag. That's Ian Begley. This for the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten, Queens, Houston, Fizzle here so kids can have garden dreams. The world famous arena. We got the best fans, now the best guard. star in the East, named the captain.
Left it.
Best believe we some top shotters. Done got us, playing good, Leon got us. I'm 102 games, Bernard King. The flight land with a fitted on, that's King D.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Check.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Check.
Jump and sound and me say sound like clown.
Check.
Bad boy sound and me say him run the town.
Make.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Come again.
Bad boy sound and this a bad boy sound.
Come again.
Jump and sound and me say sound like clown.
Come again.
Bad boy sound and me say him run the town.
Come.
Hey, yo, Dangles. He's a real soldier for a long time, you know. You hear me? I look for some soldier. Link.
New York Knicks. First. Go Knicks.
We can finally, start playing, man. So much talk this whole summer. It's felt like so long because we've had so much to talk about. At times it's been kind of slow, but we've been talking, right? But we've actually had a really good off season for this New York Knicks team, and it's been very active. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Knicks family, we in the building. I am the Objective Fan from the Objective Knicks Fan channel. And I'm going to give a big salute to Ron and John from Still Knicks Fans.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Knicks family, I'm Stephanie, a.k.a. Bloody Window, so forth to your Still Knicks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lady and the Chef, right to Knicks Chick Podcast. Still a Knicks fan.
What's good, party people in the place to be? It's your main man.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve Block 21 at Two Knicks Chicks Podcast, and I'm still a Knicks fan.
Yo, this is your boy Sim from Nothing But Knicks. Through all the struggles, through all the heartache and pain, ladies and gentlemen, I am still a Knicks fan.
Peace, y'all. This is Apollo Reed from the Garden Knicks crew. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm still here. We're still here. Still Knicks fans. It's a fandom. It's a lifestyle.